shut that noise off. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, this is the next day. I don't know what number to call it, but let's see. All right, this is Sunday. Yesterday was Saturday. I don't know if you could find it in the future because the video is going to be scrambled up. Yeah, I got out of bed about 2 hours ago. I was just observing the videos I made yesterday. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, yesterday I did the elbow joint. No, wait a minute. I did the elbow joint in that universal valve outside in the truck. And then I went straight towards the speakers. And then, I was struggling to put the Orion speakers in from Amazon. But they could not, they did fit in the door perfectly. Just like those Pioneer speakers down there. They fit inside the door, but the back of the magnets in the back of the speaker. Wait a minute. Oh, there goes the stock speaker for the Volvo. I had found it was in the truck, but I just didn't look good enough. Yeah. These are the old stock Volvo speakers. See, you see Volvo on there? Yeah. Positive and negative. Yeah, these are Volvo speakers. These are the original speakers. These things are about 13 years old. They're just as old as the truck itself. Yeah, these are the ones I was talking about. Well, actually not. Let me start over. The Orion speakers I was using to replace this, the back of it was sticking out too far. Like this right here. The back of the magnet back right here, it was too far out. And it was too, well, the wideness had nothing to do with it. It was like that big. It was like that wide. It was like, that wide on both sides. That didn't have nothing to do with it. It's the length of this sticking so far out. That's the reason why when I tried it, when I turned the crank handle on the winder on the driver's side, that mechanical arm, hold on a second, let me see. That mechanical arm just came up and went up against a magnet. I said, no, it's not gonna work. So I tried pulling it out just to see if I could clear it. And next thing you know, I'm telling myself that I gotta have a spacer, that would stick out that far. I said, no, that's not gonna work, because if I put the door upholstery on, the speaker is just gonna push it out. It's just gonna stick out. The upholstery is just gonna stick out, so it's totally useless. But the thing is, them Orions did fit. They fit up against the holes in the door, the screw holes, like that. They fit the door perfectly, 100%. And the wires were easy to fix. The wires were easy to install. And the sound did come out pretty easy. It's just as easy as installing that. It's a little bit easier to install than the Pioneer, because the Pioneers, they come with wires and you have to cut them and splice them before you put them on. But those Orions are much easier to put on. It's just that the back end sticks out too far. So I gotta send them back. So I already went on the website. No, I did. I went on the Amazon website yesterday and I started a return yesterday. So since today is Sunday, UPS is gonna be open at 10 o'clock. So I got about 2.5 more hours left. Maybe I better go downstairs. I don't know. Yeah, kind of a mess down there. 1,000 watts, but I don't know. It didn't work. Which one did I use? I guess maybe it's this one. Yeah, like I was saying, the back sticks out. Let me compare it. Where the hell is it? Here it is. Let me compare them real quick. It seemed like. Let me take them out. Put these on. This is them is dirty. So it seemed like this one looks bigger. It looks a lot bigger than the one on the right. But this one actually does fit. All them holes right here, the 4 of them, they fit perfectly. Even though this thing right here looks like it's getting in the way. For some reason I tried it, it fits. But the thing is, I had to go to Ace Hardware and what do you call it? I had to go to Advanced Auto Parts and then Ace Hardware store. And that's when I found screws that were long enough to pass through this. They actually stuck out. But the original screws for this, for the Volvo speakers, they were short. So I went to Ace Hardware and I brought me one of them screws to see if they could find one. It has the same exact fit, but longer, much longer distance. So since the screws for the Volvo were too short, and they didn't give me the star shape, insert or whatever. They didn't give me the exact star screw, but I said anything will do as long as the threads fit. And the threads did fit from their side. They had the test equipment and all that stuff to find out if the customer is getting what they want. So, yeah, I did get a couple of them, and they did pass through there, and they could mount on there. My problem is, back here is too big. I don't care about the size or the dimensions. I don't care about the width of it. It's just that this right here, plus the magnet, is sticking out too far into the door. So this right here is shorter. But the Pioneer speakers, it's too bad to have them inside the door, so I didn't feel like, not only that, night was falling on me. I couldn't shoot the video and do this at the same time. The thing is, the backer right here is a little bit shorter than this, which is even better. This is the original Volvo speaker that should fit in the truck. I even compared it. The back of the Pioneer speakers is a shade shorter, about that far, somewhere about that far. So this is pretty good for Freightliner Cascadias of any year, and this is pretty good for any Volvo. I haven't really tried the future ones, like the step-up designs, the one with the headlights turned sideways in the front. The new Volvos that they have. I haven't tried messing around with those before, but you could tell Pioneer speakers are best. Kicker speakers should work too. I know I tried that on a Cascadia, but Pioneer speakers are not only the best to fit, they have that extra cone and that, they have the extra cone and some kind of woofer in the back. I don't think this is what it is. This right here is made out of rubber. It's some kind of rubber material. And this is like paper, and this, same thing. This brand new Orion and this Volvo speaker, they both have the same material. But this right here is more close to like a rubber diaphragm or something. That's what it feels like to me. and that's the one I put. One of those I put in Western Express truck. And these, I think I better stick to Pioneers. Kickers in the front, I never tried those, but on that Cascadia, I did put them. Oh yeah, in the Cascadia, the speakers are back here. They go sideways like. So I did put kickers in the back and Pioneers in the front. And the kickers did work in the back. I'm having problems making these speakers work back here in the Volvo. That one and those in the back. You can't see them though. So it's actually, I got 4 more speakers back here. And 2, I got 4 more in the front. The rest of them, they're on top of the dashboard. Like, right there. Yeah, those dish out treble. And these in the door. Oh, here it is. These are the doors, and the front doors, they dish out both treble and bass, but mostly they dish out bass instead of treble. The ones in the front, they dish out treble. The only problem is since I first got this truck, I didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to what do you call it? I didn't get a chance to make it work. So what I really wanted to say. All right. I appreciate y'all making that comment. I mean, about the video I made yesterday. 1 second, let me put this back here. I'm gonna explain my reason for going either owner operator or having my own authority. I got something to say about this. Let me put this back real quick. Yeah, this is what I'm returning to Amazon. I started a return yesterday. I got the barcode and everything. Now this one. Put this back ahead of time. We'll go ahead and take this out later on. Alright. Well, I forgot this one. Alright. Yeah, this one. Yeah, these two right here. Alright. The one at the bottom where it says something about you're going to go bankrupt before the truck is even roadworthy. Then once it's on the road, you're gonna find more problems. Best of luck. Alright, let me explain something. It's been a confusion. Maybe I didn't say it right. Alright, you know that temporary tag that I showed you yesterday? Maybe I could do it again. Ah, shit. I keep hitting my head up on top of that thing, man. Damn. Now this right here. Damn, it's so friggin' dark up front. I'm gonna try to censor it because I can't stand exposing information. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try. Maybe I'll use this knife right here. Alright. This is as best as I can put it. expires 11/17 of 2024. Illinois temporary permit. Okay. Yesterday I did say that this thing costs it. All right, it cost me over $3,000 to get that. 3,000 plus, 3,300 and something dollars. I think that's what it was. I don't remember the digit numbers, but I know it's 3,300 plus, or 3,200 something. Yes. It's like yeah, they gave me an option. The mechanic, I had to keep calling them on the phone when I was downtown somewhere in Illinois. I did not bobtail the truck this time. I was using the loaner car. So, the reason why I got a temporary tag, the reason why I got a tag in the state of Illinois only is because I am not planning on letting this truck touch the road like, 48 states. I'm not planning on touching a loaded trailer at all, or any trailer. The nearest I will go with this is like, if I manage to, let's say all right, what I plan on doing, I'm gonna scrap up more money. You see, I already came up to $1,000 right after I went broke. All right, my first paycheck was like 700 something, right? It was $700. That was last week. Was it last week? No, 2 days ago. Yeah, this is Sunday. All right, just 2 days ago, my paycheck was 700. Then, because of the Amazon products, because of the return of the belt tensioner, the pulley, and the kicker speakers, it came up to $900 back in my bank account. So I came close to 1,000. See, you see, I know how to spring. I mean, I can spring back up in different ways, but that's not, I'm not all that, but I'm just telling you how it works. I had a $700 paycheck 2 days ago on Friday. Plus the Amazon returns, the refunds I got from Amazon, it came up to $900, yeah. 900 plus dollars. I think it came up to 980 something. It came close to 1,000. So I started spending again. I had to, because I'm not stashing away money to go own authority or own an operator. I'm using my company's truck to do, and I'm actually using my company's truck to invest in this Volvo truck right here. This personal merchandise that I got. That's all I'm doing with it. I'm not going to stay that way forever. The part where you said I'm going to go bankrupt before it's roadworthy, nah. It's more like it's not going to touch the road at all. I mean, it's not going to touch the road like the rest of the other trucks. That's what I meant to say. Sorry about that. I apologize. Maybe I'm not explaining myself right. But the thing is, the only thing that I told them two guys, right about 200 feet, or as a matter of fact, 150 feet next to me. My main office is right behind, I don't mind showing you. I'm going to get to these curtains in a minute. I'm going to tell you how much I pay for them. Right behind them trees and across the road, that's where my boss's office is at. And this is one of his trucks. That's that's a Peterbilt. You can see it. And that's just a trailer. That's sitting there. I actually rest my things on it when I'm working on this truck. And that's another one of his trucks. Those trucks are out of commission, but they're there for anybody that wants to buy them if they want to work for this company. So the thing is, All I'm using this truck for is just to invest in it. Like replacing all of this, that, the whole 9 yards. I'm not just gonna do the external side. I'm doing the gearbox. I'm doing the transmission. I'm not saying I'm gonna replace what's inside of this. It's the external side I'm gonna chase after because it's got a lot of oil and nasty shit all underneath it. I said I don't like this. I understand that trucks can still drive when they have parts flopping off, and I've seen them beat up jalopies already. I'm not that kind of driver. I'm not that kind of human being. I don't do that. Just about recently I saw another truck on the road. It looked like it was in mint condition. It didn't look messed up. It looked decent, but it was an old Volvo. It was a red one. I remember I saw. It had the emergency flashes on. His truck looked kind of dusty on the outside, but it looked like it was in one full piece. It was the same design as this one, but it had a full roof, and he was pulling a container trailer. He was slowing up traffic about 2 days ago when I was before I came here and dropped the loaded trailer right here. So the thing is, I'm not one of those. I don't, just because this truck actually came into the bushes back here from the previous owner, that doesn't mean I'm just gonna slap on some kind of, what do you call it, DOT number of mine, and him over there, he's gonna pay me maybe $3,000 a week, $2,000 there, $500 there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trigger happy like. I don't think like that. You see, let me tell you this. Buying something that has 1 million miles on it is very scary. Yes, I understand that there are trucks that's more. My boss been telling me a lot of stuff. He been saying there's trucks that's old as 1980 and 1960s and even in the 50s. I'm thinking, man, you must be crazy. You're just talking like that. That's actually pulling freight. I'm not so sure if I can go that far and accept that. I'm not so sure I don't know if people are just bragging and just talking and trying to show off. But anyway, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that part. The thing is, my intention is to use this paper tag. Use this paper tag right here. Only for local reasons, because I'm thinking of slapping parts on this truck and driving it to the shop. Like driving it to the shop. Any, like, stuff that I cannot reach, like the external parts on the transmission and whatever is wrong internally. Like, the problem that I'm kind of having that I don't like is the rough idle of this engine. It sounds normal when it warms up, but when it's kind of cold, it sounds a little beat up. And even when it's warmed up, if you try to mash the pedal, on off, you mash it all the way to the floor, it's gonna miss. It sounds like something is choking it. It's gonna miss idle, and you see some minor oil vapors coming up, and you can smell it right through the windshield. Yeah, I know something's wrong. The main answer to that is usually a leaking valve guide. A valve guide that guides the stems that go up and down, the valve lifters or whatever. Right. Because the valve guide is the main part where, let me tell you this, it's one of them hard to reach heavy duty jobs. My mechanic over there, he said that's usually gonna cost, to remove the valve guide, you're talking about, what did he say, $10,000? $10,000 worth of labor. I know y'all got shell shocked on that part. Somewhere like $10,000. So, it's better off they do a test on it externally and find out if oil is getting inside the pistons, inside the combustion chamber, inside the cylinders. So, if that's happening, yes, this truck is gonna have to sit until I reach there, or maybe I'll find some other cheap way out. He didn't say it's exactly 10,000. He said the price depends. It depends. It could be It could be $3,000 worth of labor and $2,000 worth of parts. I don't know. It could be cheaper than that. But the thing is, the two major things or three major things that's worrying me the most, even though this truck can't, they say that this truck can drive, otherwise it wouldn't come here. The previous owner was driving it out on the highway. But the thing is, I said to myself, well, the only thing this truck is good for to me, since it's my personal property, I can bobtail this truck to the store. I could bobtail to the corner store or the auto parts. I could bobtail this truck to Pep Boys or McDonald's or Walmart or something local. That's all it's good for mostly. That's the way I want it. Now, pulling a trailer, yes, I can do that too. It's going to be an empty trailer though, because if this ain't a 48 state tag, or maybe the 48 states has nothing to do with it. No, that has nothing to do with it. It's the DOT number that has something to do with it, the insurance. My boss is telling me that I have to, like, since this is a personally owned semi, this will be an owner-operator truck, right? It was. The previous driver still has his DOT number, his owner-operator DOT, and he's got his own personal tag on it. He's got a North Carolina tag right now. If I was owner-operator right now, I would have to have my boss's insurance cover me, plus my personal insurance. He said I gotta have PD insurance plus his own. So this is my personal truck. I have my personal insurance. And since I'm under his authority, I have to have his insurance cover my ass also. Excuse my French. So instead of me pulling freight right away, nah, I'm not gonna put it this way. If something happens to this truck, guess what? It's coming out of my pocket, right? Guess what? The mechanic may fix it, but I'm not gonna see a paycheck anyway. You know how it went with Western Express? Didn't I once tell y'all that the charges caught up to me? Remember one time when them assholes from Freightliner, I'm not talking about Western Express, I'm talking about the Freightliner in Pompano. You remember when it had the DEF pump issue and the truck had to sit in the shop for 2 months, 2.5, almost 3 months? The service writer said not only the DEF pump had to be fixed, we also got to go after the recalls on it. So that made it worse. Guess what? I have not seen a paycheck in 5 months. That's right, 5 months. So being patient with Western Express was very wrong. So this is what happens. Not only when you lease purchase, you're considered owner-operator, right? Because you're buying a truck, they got to change the fucking rules about that. I'm not just talking about Western Express. I'm talking about every American truck company. All of them. Swift, JB Hunt, the whole works. They got to change it. I'll tell you what. I don't care if anybody get pissed off at me. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to say it ahead of time. They're going to start changing the rules. Yeah, they will. They're going to have to. No, they're not going to change the rules about lease purchase being owner-operator some kind of way. You know what I mean? They're going to change it. They're going to bend a few rules in the system. It's going to probably take another 1 or 2 years. It's coming from my side. I'm not saying it's going to go that way for sure. I just have let's just say that my IQ is usually that good. They're going to have to change it. But anyways, that's all this truck is good for. I'm just using it to bobtail to the shop back and forth. That's what I plan on. I'm sorry I took so long to get to the point. I messed up on that part. I apologize. I know y'all are pissed at me. But I'm just using this truck just for personal use. More like I'm just gonna bobtail to that to one of them shops. They got one down here in Crestview, somewhere nearby. They got one somewhere farther up north. It's about was it 20 miles, 13 miles, somewhere about something like 15 miles up north. So I'm only bobtailing this truck to the shop so they can do the heavy stuff, like, you know, the internal parts of the cylinder head, or maybe an overhaul. I don't know. It's not gonna be an overhaul. That's too much. It's gonna cost $30,000. The external parts around the outside of the transmission, yes, I'm gonna ask them to replace that. It's mostly gaskets that's causing that. Them external parts like valves, mechanical parts that move around, ear valves, them plates that have the mechanical fingers and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm gonna have them replaced. I don't give a damn how much they cost. I don't care if that has nothing to do with it. Anything that I see that looks ugly on the outside or on the inside is gonna get knocked out. That's what this truck is good for. This truck ain't going owner operator at the moment. So I know I'm not mad at nobody for asking me that question. I'm glad y'all did that. I'm just enthusiastic about my attitude, you know. I'm just enthusiastic about telling you. That's why. That's why I sound kind of serious and scary. I didn't mean, I'm not mad at nobody. I'm kind of mad at certain things about truck companies when the reason why you don't see a paycheck for like a couple of weeks is because the charges got taken out of your check. And according to what my manager said, I'm not just going to be paying insurance for the truck, even though it's my personal truck. I don't owe payments anyway, because I bought it I paid it in full in one day. I saved up and paid it in full in one day, and I did have about a couple of $1,000 left in the bank to spare. And that was good. That was a good attitude. I didn't just think about, you know how they got $15,000 trucks all over the flyer now? That, the truck paper. You could find one anywhere. So not only did I save up already, I said I better stretch it farther, because I can't tell which truck I'm going to buy. I might be buying from a private owner, which of course I did. It's actually my own truck company. I was actually chasing after one up in Connecticut. It was a 2007 Volvo. It had a rebuilt, it had an overhaul engine, and it had 80,000 miles added on to that overhaul. Plus, the owner of that truck up in Connecticut, he said he retired. He said he don't need it anymore. And not only that, he had pictures of receipts of the work order that was done to it on the website that goes with the truck. I said, damn, yeah, this is good. This is real good. So he was letting that one go about 15 grand, pretty much. And I said, boss, I gotta go to Connecticut and get me a truck. I don't care if I gotta take the Greyhound bus. That's when my boss tried to stall me right there. That's when he stopped me. And he kept on making up excuses like trucks that old are not really worth it. I said, yeah, I know that, but this guy, he rebuilt the engine and stuff. And I seen the pictures of it on the website. Wait, hold on for a second. Let me call, that twin Volvo that other guys that he's got, the one that he drove up in the yard. Let me check him out first. Don't do anything. So now he goes on the phone and he calls the owner of this truck. I'm not gonna say his name, but I know who it is. Now he calls the owner of this truck. Actually, this black Volvo, just like the one that was sitting next to it, the other twin Volvo, they both look alike. They both exactly the same. They both have the same exact thing. Well, both of those belong to my truck company. This was once one of my trucks, one of my company's trucks, but an owner-operator guy bought it. So now, since he's in the hospital in a foreign country, he's not coming back to it anymore. So my boss found out about it. So now they negotiate a deal on how much it should cost and stuff like that. So Now it falls into my hands. Because you see, if it wasn't me telling my boss that, I would have had that 2007 Volvo. It would have been copper and burgundy color. We're sitting right here or somewhere out there. But anyways, I'm glad I got this one though. Black is my favorite color. The twin Volvo that was sitting over there, it's exactly like this. So whichever one I get, it didn't matter. But this one was in one full piece. It's just got a lot of worn parts in it, that's all. So I'm glad I got this one. I really am. I prefer this one better in so many different ways. Airbag suspension in the front, I've never seen that. I still got a lot to learn. There's other things that's good about it, but I don't want to go through that right now. So it's like, back to the story. I'm only using this to bobtail to the shop, to the repair shop, and have a few things restored. This truck is just going through a restoration process. That's all it's good for. I'm not saying that it won't do anything at all. Yes, it will. It's going to be doing some hard-ass kicking freight hauling. It's just at the moment, it's just going to sit here for like maybe another couple of months. I'm sorry about that. I'm not saying it can't do anything at all. I don't, put it this way. I'm not going to go ahead and open up, I'm not going to activate or start a DOT number on the side under his authority, under my company's authority. And then what? All you got to do is let's let the truck sit here and don't use it and then go back into the company. No, it don't work that way. He said once you're owner operator, you got to stick to your own truck. I said to myself, it sounds like a good idea. I came up with that. It sounds like a good idea if I could use that black Kenworth, that company truck, and still go owner operator. That means, well, this is what happened. He said I'm going to have to pay truck rent also. Not only that, when it comes to being owner operator, you're going to have to, I don't know if it goes that way with the American Truck Company. He said I also got to pay for the trailer. I got to rent the trailer also. I forgot to tell you that. Paying insurance for it, I think that's on his part. When I'm owner operator with this, like if I was owner operator with this truck, I would have to pay for the trailer. If I wanted to use one of the company trucks, I would have to pay rent for it also. This is too much. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's better off a state company. I mean, $1,300, $1,400 paychecks almost 2 times in a row or once in a while. I'm usually getting over $1,000 all the time, almost every week. Just once in a while, you see 700. All right, my last one was 700. The next time you see it, it's going to be 5. No, not really 5. This time it should be 1,000. It should be a little bit over 1,000. I'm just guessing. Usually, what I usually see is $1,007, and sometimes $1,125, and then you see 800, and then if you hit a lucky one, you see 1,400. One time, my highest paycheck was 1,700. And that's only doing 3 loads in 1 week, 2 loads in 1 week. Like if I do 2, it depends on which load I'm pulling that's worth it. Like if I do 2 loads, it's usually $1,007. If it's 3 loads, it's going to be 1,300, maybe somewhere like that. 1,400, I don't know, somewhere about that. But if it's 1 load, it's going to be $488, or it could be $500 the most. So this time I got 700. So it's kind of confusing, but I'm just giving you an example of how, the less loads you do, you could get $1,000. The miles don't really matter too much. So it's like you could do more loads and don't get enough pay. You could do less loads and get more pay. So that's how it's going. But anyways, to tell you the truth, I'm doing it my way. I don't feel like, I mean, I will be driving this truck soon in a while, but I'm not pulling no loaded trailers. And not only that, since I'm not owner operator or own authority or a company, it's neither one of those. It's just gonna be used to. I'm just gonna transport it to the shop and get a few things fixed, and then bring it back, and I fix the rest. That's all. Anything that I can't reach, I'll take it to the shop. Anything that I can't reach, it comes back right here, and I finish working on it. So, yeah, that's one part. Yes, I am allowed to hook up to a trailer, all right, but not a loaded one. I can hook up to an empty trailer, but I'm not allowed to leave the state. Yes, I will do that too, because I got to test drive the truck and see how good it is, to see where it's at. So, yeah, I can drive it. I could hook up to one of them empty trailers and drive at least maybe 300 to 400 miles the max, or towards the state line. I could even drive 500 miles within the state. Yes, I can do that with this temporary tag. But I cannot come out of state, and I cannot have a load on a trailer, because he's saying that I don't have his insurance to cover the freight and stuff like that. But anyways, I guess that's most of what I have to say. So, what else do I have in mind? Let me go back and look at that thing again. Friggin' screen shut off as soon as I came up. Yeah, so that's my answer to the question. You might as well say I'm not gonna go bankrupt yet. I'm not gonna go bankrupt because this truck is not gonna touch the road yet anyways. It's more like it's being certified right now. It's not certified yet. It's in the process of being certified. And when I feel it's roadworthy, then I'll take it out. And the other part, yes, I hate to say this, man, but since I've been unemployed a couple of times, I didn't get a chance to pay off that Wells Fargo credit card. Yeah, they send some kind of courthouse police officer at my mom's doorstep. And I told my mom, let me speak to him. So I spoke to the cop over the phone. And it seemed like I asked him 2 different questions, and he said, I forgot what the second one was, but I think one of them questions I asked was, am I supposed to get arrested? He said no. But the thing is, I tried to get the phone number and the email address from the collections agency, and I managed to do that, but I still didn't get to speak to a live person that was in charge of that. I even went to Wells Fargo in person down there in Illinois, in downtown Illinois somewhere. I spoke to the head manager inside the bank, and I said, is there any way I can pay you guys back the couple of $1,000s I owe you? Because I don't trust these I don't trust collections agencies so much, because I swore I ran into some kind of fraudulent text message on my phone. They said they don't mind doing it that way, but they can't do anything about it because they're not the ones that make the rules. So I guess that plan didn't work. So I'm gonna go ahead and call him tomorrow. I'm gonna try again tomorrow, because I was there trying to fish it out on the Wells Fargo website, and I couldn't find it no more. They pulled my credit card off Wells Fargo, so it doesn't exist anymore. That's because I was unemployed for so long anyways. Plus, at times I did forget. I put it off, and I did forget to pay it back. But I tried. As soon as I remembered, I said, wait a minute. I think it's time for me to go ahead and start doing it. So as soon as I checked it, it didn't exist no more. Well, all I could say is that I'm gonna go ahead and use this company position and try to pay that back. I'm gonna try to make partial payments on that. And what else? I'm gonna invest most of my oil in this truck right here. And what else? Hold up. Man, let me get this shit crunk right here. I'm not only getting kind of hot in here. It's time for this thing. Wait, hold up. Oh, alright. It's time for this thing to run. You see, whenever I find time out, I always try to take advantage of this truck because since it's been sitting here for 6 months. Oh yeah, the part where I forgot, where I said I was gonna tell you. Guess how much I paid for them curtains here? $300 plus. $300 for this. That's why they look so brand new. These are the original Volvo curtains. I bought this at the dealership. $300. These are the old messed up ones. The sleeper curtains. These also cost $300. Well, on Amazon, they got the Mexican design style curtains. They're like the black ones or the red ones. They have the design going like that and the things that hang down. Those also cost, those run about $299 for that from Amazon. Not Volvo, not Freightliner, none of that. $299. Feels a lot better now. The only thing is, I'm not getting any AC. I'm not getting any AC back here. I mean, coming through those vents because I had taken out. Well, something was already wrong with it, so it's more like when I get the chance, I'm gonna install this. This is brand new. This is the temperature sensor, and this is the actuator for the blower motor in the back on the left side over there, the right side. This is the actuator motor that mounts on top of the air blower. So if those two are not the problem, then this entire piece has to come out because the climate control might be the problem. It could be that, this or that's underneath there that's causing it not to work. You can't go any other way. Or maybe, actually the vents work real powerful. I mean, a lot of air, strong air pressure comes out much harder out of here than up front. But these are blowing pretty hard. They're blowing pretty good. The air is pretty cold already. Because I already put Freon inside of the air compressor. Alright, it's going on to 48 minutes. All I could say is that the next thing I'm gonna try to work on is this. I haven't done this once in my life, but I'm struggling with it right now. I'm gonna, with them two speakers up front, this can handle it. If I put two of them like back here, I'm gonna need something higher than this. I'm gonna have to switch it up, but that ain't so important. I'm just deal with this. Just leave it the way it is. That's it. All right. Hey man, I guess that's it. All I can say is I appreciate you asking that question. I'm sorry you kind of misunderstood me, but yeah, it's really true that I thought about, to tell you the truth, I thought about going on owner operator with his truck so I could get more pay, right? Like, let me see, drive it and then fix it, drive it and fix it. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. But the thing is, I had to remind myself, plus my boss also reminded me, if I were to go in the shop and try to refresh this truck while I'm driving it, charges are gonna catch up to me. And guess what? It doesn't make any sense stopping in the shop anymore. So the easiest way out is to stay company. And because when you're company, you're not responsible for anything except the paycheck. You don't pay for fuel. I don't think you pay for road tax or none of that. You just gotta watch out and not get a ticket or overweight ticket. That can't come out of your pocket because the company doesn't feel responsible for that, and they're not. So, yeah, I thought about that too, but it's not gonna work because I kind of had that bad experience from Western Express. My boss said that trailer rent is gonna be paid, fuel is gonna be paid, insurance, my personal insurance, except his insurance, and freight insurance also. It's too much. But the thing is, all I can say is that I would say I'm gonna have to give it. I actually wanted to pull away from this job in 3 months max. I wanted to pull away from this job in the next 2 months. But now, since things had a different twist, I would say it's gonna be probably 5 months, 4 months, hopefully 4. It should be 4, because my boss not only said it himself, my mom even said it. Both of them said that I'm good at stashing away my money. I'm good at stashing away my money and saving up. I'm very good at it, more than most people. They see that, and it's really true. I've been practicing that habit since 1990. You know what I mean? I bought 4 motorcycles in my life. I still got bike endorsement on my CDL. I don't mind showing a part of it. I'm gonna try to censor it if I can. Where is it at? Hold up. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, class AM as a motorcycle. Class AM as a motorcycle. A for commercial vehicle, M as a motorcycle. But I'm not riding bikes right now anyways. But the thing is, I guess that's it for now, man. I'm gonna cut this video for right now. Hey, if y'all have anything else to explain, I'll go ahead and tell you what's going on. I'll check y'all later, yeah?